Hi, my name is Mike. I go by Mike Wave on Twitch.tv, and today we are going to be doing a submission for Separate Ways, which is a side campaign added into Resident Evil 4. You unlock it after you beat the main game, and it became included with the game after the game launched on GameCube. So on PS2 and every other version after that, this mode was included after you beat the main game, and it is basically a campaign in its own right. You play as Ada Wong instead of Leon S. Kennedy, who you play as in the main game, and it's very much its own thing. So let's go ahead and just get started right here. Okay, so this run, as I might have mentioned already, is much shorter than the main game, but it is still like decently long. And we're going to start directly in the village right here. So I'm going to be killing a certain amount of enemies here to end this sequence fast. I'm going to go ahead and throw a grenade into this little crowd right here. Pull out my pistol. Get grabbed right here. And kill this enemy up here. There we go. And there we go. This part is pretty much done. As you see right here, Ada has her own hook shot that she can use that Leon does not have. And we're going to use it to get that key that's on top of this building right here. And alright, we're out of here. And we're going to go to this merchant right here. Sell two of our weapons that we have, which is the pistol and the shotgun. And we're going to go ahead and buy our TMP. It is the only thing we are ever going to buy off the merchant for this entire run. Okay, that was a lot, but I'll go ahead and start explaining. So, Separate Ways, which is locked on normal, even though it doesn't say so, has this thing called DA, which stands for difficulty adjustment. And basically, we can change the difficulty of the game based on how well we perform. It is not... Well, it is something that the main game has as well, but only on easy and normal. So on pro, you don't really see it because the game is locked to its max value there. And basically, we change our DA based on how we're performing, how well the player is performing at least. So taking hits, missing shots, and all that will decrease our DA. So me getting hit and beginning the grab animation lowered my difficulty quite a bit right there. And right here, I'm going to do this little manip so the enemy doesn't grab me as I jump over. That is done by hugging the wall a little bit and doing a specific line. And we're going to go ahead and grab this gem over here. So I've been talking a lot, but in this part of the game, we are trying to ring the church bell so we can clear out the village. It is the church that is right over there on that hill. We got to ring the bell. And to get inside, we're going to need to do this puzzle that's behind the building. And I went ahead and grabbed that gem that was on that little like pier thing in order to complete the puzzle, because you need to do the puzzle and then put in that gem we found in order to take this right here, which we need to open the church door. So it's a little puzzle, 3, 3, 4, 4, and then 3, 3, 3. That'll solve it. There is actually, I think, 2 different solutions for this puzzle. Actually, I think there are actually many solutions to this puzzle, but those are the 2 fastest ones. The first one I listed, which we did right now, is a slightly faster one. And right there, we went ahead and grabbed the treasure we wanted, and we're able to open the door by placing the other gem that we got. And we're going to go ahead and go inside the church now. There we go. Okay, we're in the church now. So as you're going to see, DA, by lowering our difficulty a bit, we basically changed the behavior of some of the enemies in here. By lowering our difficulty a lot, we're making the enemies a lot less aggressive. And also, they're much less likely to grab us. Oh, I screwed up here. Okay. This is like an inversion of a puzzle that you see in the main game. Has a different solution. And we're done with the first chapter right there. So by lowering our difficulty, we are making the enemies less aggressive. And they track you a lot less when they're less aggressive, which makes it harder for them to grab you, which is good for us, because it means we're not going to get grabbed and hit and stuff like that. Alright, so we have a new objective now. This is a continuation of the first chapter. We're still in the village. And now, we're trying to find Leon, basically. We fear that he has been kidnapped by the villagers, so we gotta go help him out. And we also gotta meet up with Louis Serra, who is like the supporting character in the main game, who is actually working with Ada. We need to talk to him in order to get the sample, which is kind of like the MacGuffin of the story. It's like the thing that Ada is after, though she also kind of wants to help Leon because they're close friends. But right now, we are making our way to where Leon has been captured. So as you're seeing right now, you're seeing like minor variations of like rooms that were in the main game with different enemy placements and stuff like that. These parts right here don't have too many enemies, so we can go ahead and get past most of them. But coming up, you're going to see me do a specific line in order to get an enemy to kill himself with some dynamite. And something I should mention right now, this run is basically pretty glitchless, especially compared to the main game, which has a ton of glitches, especially ones involving the striker glitch. This one, though, does not have that because Ada does not have access to the striker shotgun. Hopefully I did that right. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I'm going to kill these two enemies right here. TMP, jump over. And this enemy killed himself already due to that line I took. And there we go. All right. So now we have a new objective. We got to go somewhere else because Leon has been moved. But as I was mentioning, due to this run being much more glitchless, virtually glitchless, I should say, compared to the main game, it's actually... Uh-oh, I got a bad pattern here. I'm going to shoot this guy for safety. I usually do not get that pattern. Usually it is the guy without the dynamite that points, and I can just run past him, but that's okay. All right. So, as I was mentioning, this speedrun is actually much more in line, I would say, with some of the older Resident Evil games, which are all, like, about movement, lines, like, enemy manipulation, rather than, like, you know, exploiting glitches and stuff. Not to knock on, like, the main game speedrun or anything, but this category is all about just, like, moving in correct lines, manipulating enemies the way you want them to behave and stuff like that. And I also should mention that a main difference that Ada has of Leon is that Ada can just moves faster. She just has a higher base movement speed. And I'm not sure about this one, but I think she's also smaller. And right here you're seeing a Ganado that stole Leon's iconic bomber jacket. And we just went through that Ganado mob right there. That's what the enemies in the game are called. Alright, so had a cutscene right there. Things are moving pretty fast, as you're seeing. This due to Ada's like high movement speed, things can like move pretty fast here. So she's been kidnapped, and it's nighttime now. We woke up. She took a little nap, as did Leon in the main game. So now we're gonna get going. We still got a rendezvous with our friend Lewis, who's with Leon inside the cabin right now. But we need to activate this gondola that's right here. As you can see, it's all like paused. So the reason that's moving in the main game is because like Ada activated it. So a main purpose like for this campaign, besides to act as like additional content after you've beaten the main game, is to like show like things that weren't explained in the main game. Like, oh, how was the gondola activated and stuff like that. It was all Ada that did it. Like, how did the church bell ring? Like, Ada did that. Okay, so we need to kill a certain enemy right here to get the key to activate the gondola. And that's going to be this chainsaw lady. I think this enemy is called like the Bella sister. But we're just going to use our TMP to deal with that. Just mow her down on the back. Did not get the quick death animation. That's okay though. You only lose like a second or so. And it's pretty unlikely to happen, but it's okay. You're going to see me grabbing a lot of TMP ammo throughout the run, as it is our like main weapon that we're going to be using. The TMP is basically like an upgraded like pistol. It just has a much higher capacity and it's like really fast. I took a hit there in order to cancel the reload animation so I can do it really fast, and also to lower my difficulty a tiny bit, as it is getting a bit high at this point. I'm going to do this line right here so this guy will point and I can just run past these guys unscathed. Something very different will happen if you do not make that certain turn. And we're good right now. We're going to activate this gondola. Get on through right here. And make our way there. There we go. Alright, so something, as I was mentioning earlier, Ada is faster than Leon. She can do, like, different, like, melee attacks. Like, she does a lot of, like, she does a lot of, like, fancy kicks and stuff. And she has the grappling gun, which allows her to go into locations that you were not allowed to go to as Leon. So there is that as well. It's kind of like a way of like going like, oh, you wanted to go to like this area or something like that. Well, you have a hook shot, as you're seeing me use right here to bypass that door. And this is the final room of the chapter right here. We're gonna have to deal with this Gigante. I'm gonna do a specific line here to manipulate him into doing a kick. If I don't get it, that's okay. He'll grab me and it'll do a lot of damage, but it's gonna be fine if he does it. It wastes a little bit of time, but it's okay. Alright, we're good. He did the kick. And we're moving on to the next room right here. Alright. So that's chapter 2 done. As you're seeing, there's a lot of screens we gotta skip through in the middle of all these chapters. I'm mashing like 3 different buttons at once to get past them all. And now we're in the castle section. So we're in the maze right now. We had just talked to Leon, and we need to get out. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill 7 enemies inside this maze, and also open up all these chests that are scattered throughout the maze. Alright, nice. Okay. That guy can potentially damage you there. So I'm gonna kill these 7 enemies that are scattered throughout the maze and open all the chests that they're by. I'm running a little low on ammo. That is not super good. We should be fine though. So you can't just walk out of the maze. You actually have to kill all these enemies, including the ones that spawn these Plagas parasites. They're the parasites that are inhabiting the bodies of like all these villagers and monks. So they technically don't count as a kill in the game, but you can get the cutscene to trigger to get out of the maze, even if they spawn a Plagas. It'll still count as a kill, but it's like not a kill at the same time. It's kind of like a Schrodinger's cat type situation. Alright, so we went ahead and killed the last guy there, reloaded, and we're gonna get out. So I'm gonna do that guy's doing a little swirly thing there. So as you're seeing right now, because my DA is low enough, these enemies aren't able to track me properly, so I was able to run past that enemy of the flail, and he was not able to do much to me, because 1, Ada just moves so fast, and 2, just the difficulty is so low, they just aren't able to track you. As you're going to see me do right here, they just cannot really keep up with you. But that will not be the case if my difficulty goes too high, that's why we were keeping it kind of low intentionally. So we're going to go ahead and hookshot into this room. I'm going to do a manip here, so this enemy will not grab me. Oh, I might have screwed up here. No, we're good. Okay. That was, I cannot stress how much of a close call that was. But yeah, we're fine. He didn't want it. He didn't want anything to do with us. Here we are introduced also to the crossbow enemies. They're kind of like a normal enemy in the main game. But I should mention that in separate ways, they are like the main RNG factor. This run actually does not have that much RNG outside of these crossbow enemies. So not getting hit by them is very, very good. So I'm going to do some more movement right here to helpfully dodge these guys. I got some bad RNG here, but we're okay. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of this like little cage area by placing the treasure we just found inside the chest. And we're out of here. Okay, so this is the last room of the chapter. I'm going to do a manip right here. I'm going to run against this wall and take a little bit longer to get to this door so I can knock this guy and not get hit by these two. And since I didn't take any damage throughout the run, I'm intentionally going to get shot here to lower my difficulty a bit more. If you don't take any if you do chapter 3 damageless, you basically have to take that hit. Otherwise, the next chapter will not be as fun. All right, I did. What is going on? Okay. I somehow saved, but did not save at the same time. Interesting. Okay. That was fine. I thought my game had crashed, but we're good. Okay. So as I was saying, we don't want our DA to be that high, just in case, for mostly this chapter right here, so these enemies don't do anything funny. That said, it is still possible for them to hit you if you get a little bit unlucky. All right, and this crossbow enemy right here can kind of screw around and get you. I think we're gonna be fine though. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that enemy could potentially reload really fast and like shoot you as soon as you get up, and you just cannot really do anything to him. So right here in chapter 4, I should mention, is where a lot of the new content is added. So beforehand, we were mostly doing rooms that you were able to visit as Leon, but as you're seeing, this room and the last one are basically exclusive to Ada. You can't go there as Leon, as well as the next room, I should mention. So this is all like Ada exclusive content. So we're inside this little harbor, and we need to get past this boat with all these turrets set up, all these turrets and cannons. So we're gonna get inside this turret right here and just get rid of these guns really fast, so we can activate the Ferris wheel, which is what I call like that thing right there moving up. As you see, I'm gonna grab this flash, and we're gonna move on. So as you've been seeing, I've been picking up a lot of flashes and grenades. Flash grenades and frag grenades. We're gonna need those in the upcoming chapter. Chapter 5 has some pretty tricky rooms where we're gonna need them, but we can get past this room right here just by like doing some proper movement. So we're waiting on that cycle right there on the Ferris wheel to get on this side of the boat. There is some RNG in this room, as well, I should mention, but it is not as RNG heavy as everything to do with these crossbow enemies. As you see right there, I almost got shot as soon as I got up the ladder. That would not have been fun if that had happened. Okay, I might get hit by the shield guy. No, we're good. Okay. That shield guy can sometimes get you if your DA is very high, but we're good. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and pick up these cards so we can interact with this turret coming up right here. I'm going to grab that herb for safety. And we're going to get inside this cannon now to destroy some more turrets. I got to destroy 4 of these. Oh, this one right here. Hopefully I do not get shot right here. Commentator's curse. So as soon as you land there, it is possible for that turret I left over there to shoot you. It is kind of unlikely, but if it does happen, you will potentially get one-shotted. It has happened to me in a couple of runs, and it is not very fun. But it is kind of unlikely. Alright, so gonna be moving on. I'm gonna do this line right here so these two don't grab me. You can't really go to the right of those 2 enemies, but you can go to their left. And I'm gonna turn right over here and left to dodge those 2. So something I've been doing that I haven't mentioned so far in the run is I'm doing a trick called quick turning in order to enhance my movement. It's basically where you turn your camera and then aim a weapon in order to quickly turn. As you're going to see me do right here, I'm going to quick turn to the right. So I'm turning my camera and then aiming to the right, and that will instantly snap your character in that direction. I'm going to grab another herb right here for safety. And we're going to go ahead and do some more manip right here. Oh, he actually got me. Okay. We have a first aid, luckily. I think my DA might have been a little too high. That might have been the reason he hit me, but no matter. We're okay. Most of this run has been damageless so far, so getting hit there is, like, not a big deal, honestly. Alright, so as you're seeing, I'm abusing some of these iframes during these actions, so the enemies can't do anything to me. Right here, there's going to be a bit of RNG. Alright, nice. We got the good pattern. Oh, I got hit by the archer, though. That is not good. Alright, I might get hit here. Let's see. No, we're good. If I was Leon, I would have gotten hit there, but Ada is so fast that it doesn't matter. Okay. Please do not shoot me, sir. I'm going to grab this flash right here, and then I'm going to do a manip right here to get these 2 enemies to bash their shields at me, and then we're going to get to this ladder right here. Okay. So in this chapter, I should mention, story-wise, what we're doing is we're trying to stop Leon's assassination. So Jack Krauser, who is another character in the story, who is kind of like one of Ada's co-agents, has been dispatched to kill Leon. But due to the fact that Ada has some unspoken feelings for Leon, we got to stop that from happening. So we're going to go ahead into this room. This is the last room in the chapter. We're going to hookshot up and stop that from happening with one good shot. This is the iconic knife fight scene right here. Though, fortunately here, we can skip it. We're not able to do that in the main game, unfortunately. And boom. Alright, we got him. Okay, bye, Leon. We got to go. We're doing a speedrun, Leon. Okay. So skip all this junk. And let's get started on this last chapter. So this last chapter is very, very tricky. And the reason it is tricky is because there are so many crossbow enemies. It is legit crossbow enemy spam. You're going to see so many of them. It'll, make your brain hurt how many you see. You've already seen 2 of them. There's just enemies everywhere. But there are especially a lot of crossbow enemies. So in this room right here, we're trapped with all these enemies, and we just got to kill them fast. So I'm just going to use some grenades to quickly dispatch of them. I'm going to be using some audio cues right here to tell when they're dropping down. I want 3 to be down here. There we go. And then 1 more grenade. 3 more enemies. And I'm also going to get a reload in. I kind of want that ammo right there. And we're just going to use the TMP to get rid of the rest of them. Alright, I'm gonna for sure grab that ammo as soon as I'm done with this. Nice. That was a lot. That was a pretty lucky drop right there. Okay, so we're out of there. So I think that's 16 or something enemies. I can't remember. It's a lot, but thanks to the grenades being so overpowered, we can get past them pretty easily. So right here, we're gonna go ahead and equip our flash after shooting that guy. If you do not shoot that guy, he is 100% guaranteed to shoot you, so we need to get him. We're going to go ahead and open this door up. We're just going to drop down. before any of the enemies could do anything to us, and initiate the next room right here. So this is especially where you begin to see the crossbow enemy spam kick into full gear. Like, you are not able to count how many are in this room. There are so many shooting at you, like, simultaneously. It is very easy to get hit. Alright, I'm kind of lucky not to have gotten hit there. So we're going to use a flash to go ahead and incapacitate most of the enemies. It is still very possible, though, to get hit, despite the flashes, because there are just so many enemies. All shooting at us. Every Separate Ways runners just, like, has, like, nightmares at this point of crossbow enemies. Okay. Alright, nice. I almost messed that grenade up, but we're okay. So I'm going to go ahead and equip our TMP again. And as you can see, these JJs are kind of blocking our path, but using the flash grenades, we're able to incapacitate them, so they can't do anything to us. We don't even got to deal with them. And we're just going to go ahead and run out. Okay. So we got some more crossbow enemies coming up. These guys can shoot you before they even see you. They are so antsy to, like, just start shooting everywhere. As you saw, that guy shot me as soon as I entered the room. I don't know why he does that. He just loves shooting walls. Alright, and we got two more. We're going to get past here. Some good movement, though. They should not be able to do anything to me. Please. That last guy can potentially get you right there if you go to the left side of him. If you go to the right of him, he won't get you, though. And right here is the cutscene where Ada gets choked by Leon. But we're just going to skip that because it's a speedrun. And we're moving on to the final parts of the run right here. So I'm going to hang to the left right here so I don't get shot. It's like you're guaranteed not to get hit if you get there. And I'm going to grab some more ammo for safety. And here we have a boss rush, basically. So we got to fight Krauser, who is one of the bosses from the main game, except he didn't die to Leon, so we got to finish him off as Ada. And as you see, he is very weak to the knife, as he is in the main game. So, with some knife swings, he's made mincemeat of. He's actually very, very easy on Separate Ways compared to the main game. Like, as you see in all these phases. Oh, I screwed up there. That was a big mistake on my part. Okay. So that last knife swing, you need to turn very hard to your right. Alright, so this is not very good because my DA is going to be kind of low now for the final boss. Ah, come on. I'm actually going to reload that again. As you can see on 60 FPS, which is what we're playing on, the hitboxes can be a bit wonky. But, some stuff can happen like that sometimes, where the game will, like, not register your knife in the right spot, because 60 FPS is amazing. Alright, I'm over 7k DA. I'm hoping I will get a fast Saddler still, because our DA was so high. Oh, I have 3 swings there. That's unlucky. That's okay, though. So, that was the first boss, Krauser, who we finished off with our knife. And now we are moving on to the final boss, who is Saddler. We have to fight him in, like, this form right here. Oh, nice. We still got the fast pattern. That's good. Okay. So I'm going to shoot him in the face with the TMP. And the next fight we're going to use here is we're going to swing at his knife using the knife. Using this ramp right here. So normally, you have a QTE where you knife the eye. But thanks to the ramp, we can actually knife it multiple times, which I'm pretty sure is an exploit. And we're going to move on to the final segment right here. So basically, we're trying to help Leon out in, like, beating Saddler because he's causing too much trouble. I'm going to do some manip right here to avoid this enemy. So as you can see, Leon is over there in the distance fighting the final boss in his main form. And we need to drop him the rocket launcher so we can deal with him handily. Alright, this enemy was not supposed to do that, but that's okay. You can just bait out that attack and move on. Alright. So, right here, I'm going to do some more. Ooh, hopefully I can get to the ladder before this guy shoots me. I'm going to have to move up right here so I don't get hit. And time is going to be coming up very shortly. It's going to be coming up as soon as I hit this rocket launcher that I need to throw down to Leon. After I hookshot over to the other side, as you can see, Leon in his riveting fight with the final boss. Just to get some footage of what it looks like. Yeah, Leon's very heavily invested right there. And time, right there. As soon as I throw down that rocket launcher, the run is over. So as you can see, much shorter than the main game. 2416. My old PB used to be a 2425 like about a year or two ago. It has improved very much so. I think I'm almost down to a 22 now. But yeah, I probably would have been a lot shorter without that def. It probably would have been a sub 24, which is very, very good. But yeah, that was Separate Ways. I hope you guys enjoyed the run. I hope you will consider this run. It's a bit hard to understand if you have not played the main game for RE4, but I think almost everyone has played it at this point. That seeing this this campaign, which has not been shown at a main GDQ event yet, would be very interesting to see, especially because it is such a skill-based run that is like exciting in its own right. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a good one.